Hi, I represent CYBERDYNE Systems Corporation, and I would like to introduce our latest human-machine interface product, Infinity HMI. Here at CYBERDYNE, we were frustrated with software packages that were driving implementation and maintenance costs through the stratosphere. Most packages require numerous costly modules to complete basic tasks, causing subscription fees to rise exponentially. Migration paths were often oversimplified, upgrades are forced, and support was substandard. These were some of the problems plaguing each of the existing products we investigated. We decided to do the opposite of the rest of the industry and build the entire platform in-house, so we could eliminate all of our frustrations and be limited only by the hardware resources of the computer we install it on. Hence, it is aptly named Infinity HMI.
It is a point-based, host software with no preset point limitations and no point-driven cost. We can pull thousands of points per site, which allows us to collect detailed, granular site datasets on each poll. Out of the box, this allows us full polling, alarming, data logging, trending, notifications, reports, task scheduling, and the list goes on. Any features not found in the system can be scripted through our built-in scripting engines. The system supports a plethora of communications protocols. These range from universal to manufacturer proprietary for nearly every protocol used in the industry today.
Here I will illustrate our general communications screen. In the top left, we can see the last system restart. This is often key information as it has a substantial impact on the values in this table. Our host, date and time appears as always in the top right corner. This is the only screen that is absent the alarm log and the navigation buttons found on all other screens. We have communication enable buttons on the left that are labeled with site ID numbers. Green is enabled, and red indicates communications disabled. Next is a button labeled with the site name, which takes us to the overview screen for any particular site. There is a clear button that allows us to reset the communications statistics. Following that is a communications percentage indicator that outlines successfully completed sum of reads and writes, as a percentage of total requested reads and writes, which is updated automatically. Reads requested, reads completed and writes requested and writes completed are daily running totals.
We can interleave a site and see these values update in real time. If one poll is missed, it triggers a warning indicator to illuminate in red, and if 5 polls in a row are missed, an alarm is logged. The remaining buttons trigger specific polls. A full poll will retrieve both regular poll and historical poll information, as well as set points. Initial poll will retrieve initial data from sites such as site ID and coordinates stored in the controller at site. Set points poll will retrieve all set points. When alarm limits and set points are adjusted through the host software, they are sent to the controller at site. In this fashion, the site will continue to operate as desired in the absence of communications or host input. Knock write poll will send a command to request the controller is in its current state. Regular poll will retrieve all instantaneous data and overall counters, where a history poll will retrieve all data associated with daily totals. Time sync poll button will force a time sync relative to the current host time. Interleave site will start the 90-second interleave, which will poll the site every 10 seconds over that duration.
The Communications Detail screen will open the detailed communications statistics window for any given site. This screen has some familiar attributes with our site ID and name at the top center position, and last poll indicator on the top left, and the host date and time on the top right next to the interleave indicator and button. Historical and regular polls consist of multiple reads, due to the volume of information we are retrieving. Regular pole interval has a longer timeout for regular intervals, where demand poles are much more responsive. When a site is polling, the indicators will turn yellow to indicate the poll is queued, and green to indicate the poll request has been sent. Each read will update its time in milliseconds as the data returns from the field device, and once they are in, the last poll value will update only after verifying that the ODBC communications were successful, and the latest values are confirmed in the SQL table. We can interleave this site and see these values update in real time. Time synchronization and genset control mode are written values that trigger a read poll to automatically read back. The latched alarm reset is triggered when a latched alarm value is acknowledged on a regular poll, and the host has written to the controller to reset it.